Welcome back to Fire Princess Reviews. I'm Fire Princess Lily here to tell you about comics, cartoons, and other awesome nerd things. So, first an apology. My last video apparently has about a 2 minute to a minute and a half pause, like in the center of it, where everything I talk about just totally disappears, and I'm not even sure what my talking points were at that point, so I can't go back and fix it or release a mini video to talk about it. So, that's just kind of how it is. I don't know why that happened. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. All it means is that I need to get like a real camera instead of using my phone, because who knows what could happen when you record through a phone. But hey, new video. We're going to do a fun video today. There are some yelling, screaming videos I kind of want to make, but I would rather also kind of not want to make those. So let's talk about something fun instead. Today, because Doctor Who is coming back to our television sets, to the telly, we're going to talk about my top 10 companions. Now, this is just a personal view list. This is just my opinion, my personal opinion. If somebody didn't make it onto the list, there could be several reasons for that. If I rank somebody who you really love really low, it's nothing bad about those particular companions, or friends as they're being called now. It's just that everybody's a little different, right? Everybody has a different take on, the story and what's going on and the people in it. So that's okay, right? So here are the rules for the list. 1, new series only, because I haven't really watched Classic Who. I know, crucify me. So if you're looking for... See, I only know Sarah Jane Smith as, the only, classic companion I know, because she appears in the new series, in 2 episodes, or 3 maybe, I don't know. But yeah, she's it, and K9, so that's it. That's... right? So I can't really talk about those companions. I can only talk about the companions that I know, and that's all from the new series. Second rule, I didn't include anybody who's only appeared in a couple of episodes, or just 1 episode. The companion list on Wikipedia lists every, one-off companion as, a companion. Sure, okay, yes, these characters did show up and did stuff with the Doctor and whatnot, but it's 1 episode or 1 special. Not good. So Wilfred, I love you so much, but you've only appeared in a couple episodes as a companion. You're not on the list. Last rule, I didn't include River Song. She gets her own rule because she's the Doctor's wife. She's more than a companion, more than a friend. She is the Doctor's partner, and that means she would top this list because she's number 1, obviously, because it's River, of course. But she's married to the Doctor. Therefore, she doesn't get added into a list of friends, right? Bigger than that. So, those are the rules. So, if those are the rules and there are no objections, it doesn't matter if there are any objections because it's my list and my rules. Let's get into it. First, we're going to start with an honorable mention. Somebody who I actually meant to put on the list, but now I'm looking at my list. I don't know where I would put them. So, Nardole, he is my honorable mention. He's good. He comes in as sort of a villain character and then gets more or less redeemed. He goes through a really good character growth arc where he becomes sort of good by the end of Capaldi's run as the Doctor, and it's good stuff. It's good stuff. I like Nardole. He's great. Done. Number 10, getting into the list proper now, is Yasmin and Ryan. I almost included all 3 new friends into 1 bracket, of the number 10 bracket, because the problem with having 3 different companions all at once from the jump is that we have less time to focus on these companions, and so we have to sort of look at them almost as a unit in their interactions, because we don't really get to see them on a personal level. It's not like Graham and Ryan take off for an episode and we just get a Yasmin Doctor episode and we learn a lot about Yasmin. I mean, we did get the whole episode with her family in the past, but that is what that is. So it's not that I don't like Yasmin and I don't like Ryan. It's just that we don't know a ton about them necessarily. So by the time the new series ends, we might know a lot about them. We might get those little one-off episodes that teaches us, more about Ryan or more about Graham or more about Yasmin, and then they can move into different spots on the list or maybe even get shoved off the list. That's just kind of how that goes. I did not include Graham in the number 10 slot, and I will tell you why in a little bit, but let's move on to number 9. It's not Graham, it's Bill. Bill was a fun companion. I really loved them. And I thought that their stories were really interesting and great. Sort of in how they had to split a little bit of time with Nardole, and so it kind of made them a little less recognizable, I suppose, or not memorable as much. I wish they had had more than one series because I would have liked to have gotten to know Bill more. But that is sort of what that is, and there's nothing necessarily wrong with that. So I really like this. They got a happy ending with a space wife, and it was good. So, definitely great. Number 8 is Captain Jack Harkness. We see him mostly throughout Tennant's run. We know that he's the face of Bo. And so, but other than that, that nostalgia, there's not a lot actually keeping him on this list. Maybe Nardole could have gone there. I have to admit that while I like the Captain Jack Harkness character, I like how suave he is and how funny he is, some of John Barrowman's comments and actions outside of Doctor Who have sort of tainted the character a little bit for me. And so that's why I still like Captain Jack, but I think about those things and it kind of moves him, down to this 8 position. And so that's just what it is. We won't get into the controversies or whatever because, they're old. They're super old and it is what it is. Boom. Done. Number 7 is Graham. That's right. Of all the new friends, Graham actually, I feel, stands out the most. He's just this guy who lost his wife, the wife who would have been the companion. Other than Yasmin, Ryan, and Graham, absolutely, Graham's wife, and Ryan's Graham would have totally been the companion, but she died. And so it's just kind of his journey on keeping busy because he doesn't know what else to do. Also, he really grounds the trio a whole lot. He's this logical thinker who does we get into they get into a situation and Graham's sort of the voice of reason and everything. And so I feel like he has more character than the other 2 friends. And that's why he's in my number 7 slot. Number 6, to the surprise of everybody, including myself, if we talk to myself from when I first started the series, my number 6 is Rose. Now, I'm going to tell you straight up, when I first started watching Doctor Who, and even all the way up into Matt Smith's time as the Doctor, I did not care for Rose at all. So it's a surprise to my past self that she's even on this list. Surprise even further that she's number 6. I've gotten over my old prejudices a whole lot, and I understand how cool and important and integral to the story she was during her time as a companion, right? I'm definitely have my reservations. I do think that her character is maybe not as strong as some of the other companions, but she's not a bad companion. If you had asked me in 2010, when I started watching Doctor Who, how I felt about her, not good. Not good. I thought she was kind of a useless like anybody else. Anybody else could have made a better companion than Rose Tyler. But I don't dislike her. I think she's actually really good. And so that's why she's number 6. She's not better than anybody above her, but she is really great. Number 5 is Martha. Martha is an incredible companion. She walks the entire earth to spread the Doctor's tale and give the Doctor the energy to defeat the Master. I mean, that's like one of her biggest moments in her series. And she's snarky, she's great. I think, kind of my issue with Martha, and it's kind of also the issue I have with Rose a little bit, is like how in love they are with the Doctor himself. And just noticeably so. Which, I mean, isn't fair considering where Amy is on my list. But, I don't know. It just, like, I feel like she didn't need that in her character, necessarily, to be so in love with the Doctor. It sometimes feels like she goes along with his plans, even when maybe she shouldn't. I mean, all companions kind of do that, but especially Martha, especially Rose. So, that's kind of where she is, why she's there on my list. But she's a great companion. I really love her. So I like all the companions. Well, that's not true. There's a companion who's not on this list because I just don't like him. And we won't talk about it. So, okay. Let's talk about number 4. My number 4 companion is Amy Pond. Amy is so good. Like, once we get into, once we're at number 4, it's really like a hair's breadth for, like, all of these companions. But, there's a train. Cool. But Amy's great. She's the girl who waited. She does so much. Like, when she's with the Doctor, gosh, there's just that train. It's great. I don't know if it comes through, right? But I can hear it. It makes you lose thoughts. But Amy, she's a great companion. She's the one that Matt Smith's Doctor number 11, thinks of as it's his time to become 12. It's just, she's so integral to Matt Smith's Doctor. And Matt Smith is actually my favorite Doctor. He's not even my first Doctor, really. But I really love Matt Smith as the Doctor and his entire arc of his character and how he became the man who doesn't think about it versus the man who always remembers. Right? That's the kind of the difference between 10 and 11. Amy's good. Like, she has a lot of fun adventures. And yes, she is super in love with the Doctor, and I don't necessarily care for that. But yeah, that is absolutely why she is a little lower than where she could be, because she's a really fun companion. Number 3 on my list is Rory Pond. Here's somebody who's not in love with the Doctor at all, because that would be gay, I guess. I don't know. Rory's a good dude, right? Amy's the girl who waited, but she waited for the Doctor. Rory waited 10,000 years for Amy as the last Centurion. And that is incredible. He a good dude. And he just kind of became a companion so he could travel along with Amy. Not necessarily with the Doctor, but with Amy. And he's so super integral. And when he dies, the first time, and how Amy can't remember him, I was so heartbroken because Rory was just so good and so great. And I mean, he does come back, and it's good. I mean, and then he dies again, and then Amy dies. But I mean, I will make myself cry if I think about their letter to the Doctor at the end of the book. So Rory's good. Number 2. Ooh, here we go. Who's my number 2? It's Clara Oswald. I love Clara. I think Clara's great. I mean, does she love the Doctor? Yes, no. She kind of has a wacky hijinks love kind of for him during 11, but when it becomes 12, she absolutely doesn't kind of have that. They're just these cool partners in crime. I feel like Clara is the closest to a friend the Doctor's ever had outside of the Master. Somebody who the Doctor sees not necessarily as, like this other person or whatever, but like in true equal. That is Clara Oswald to the Doctor. Like, and that's why I really, really like her. I like her a whole lot. And when her end came, I know that a lot of fans were like, finally, like, we've had the Souffle Girl forever now, and maybe it's just time that she leave, because she's been everywhere. And story-wise, there's a reason for that. But it's just like, that's why people were happy to see her go. I was super sad to see her go, but I understood what everybody's kind of gripe with that is. Because when you're watching the Doctor, part of it is sort of the revolving door of companions who come and go due to just the very nature of the show. Sometimes, yes, it's like, oh, who's the new Doctor going to be? But just as equally exciting is, who are these new companions going to be? Who's next? Who's going to go on these fantastical adventures with the Doctor? And what are they going to add to the story? And Clara's journey was long and really good. I like that at the end of her time as a companion, I mean, we do see her death, but in between that, there's all these adventures that she's going to go on in her own sort of TARDIS, which takes the form of an ice cream shop or restaurant. And I think that's really good. She definitely ends more as an equal than as a companion who dies off. Because lots of companions just sort of die. Another thing about Martha, though, like, just like kind of shooting off, and I guess we're talking about the companion I don't like. I hate that they like just pair up with Mickey like at the end, like as a relationship. Why did they do that? I don't know. Nobody knows. I don't even know if it was covered in Torchwood because I haven't watched Torchwood. It looked bad. It looks bad. I don't like it. Okay? Like, it just feels like, oh, well, here's our two black companions. Let's make them smooch. I don't like it. Anyway, so yeah, I don't like Mickey either. So that's the thing. Like, dishonorable mention, I don't like Mickey. He's got an okay story. I just feel like he's so over. I don't know. I just don't like him. He's like, he whines and he complains, and sometimes it's just like, he does it so much that I just like, And he's like, he's got this like drive to like prove that he's better than the Doctor, or at least as worthy of Rose's time as a Doctor. And it's not that he's not, right? Because absolutely the Doctor would tell him, like, yeah, you're just as dope and cool as I am. Like, you're a worthy, living being or whatever. But it's more that he has this needless drive to prove it. Then I just don't like that. I don't like it. Maybe if the Doctor was always like putting him down and treating him as not as worthy, or as he puts it, like as a 10 dog, then I could understand this drive and need. But the Doctor only ever treats him like a friend and an equal, so it's weird, and I don't like it. Don't like it. But let's talk about my number one. Let's talk about, in my opinion, who's the greatest companion of all time. And she wasn't even supposed to necessarily be a companion. She was just supposed to show up for the one Christmas special, and fans liked her so much that they got her to be like an actual regular companion. That's Donna. Donna is the best companion. Fight me. Talking too much. So Donna's great. Donna has like the best character arc of all the companions. All of them. It sucks that at the end of it she gets a total reset so she doesn't die or whatever. But if we totally ignore that, or just like take it for what it is, I suppose. If we take everything from her start to before that, she has the greatest character arc ever. She starts off kind of like Mickey, a little bit. Like, when Donna first shows up, I am not I was not in any way interested or excited. And when she showed up again for when she was time to be like the full-time companion, I was like, oh, well, this will be okay, whatever. But she has this great story of where she goes from always like whining, complaining, being obnoxious, to like being smart and confident and growing into her own. And like she gets like this level of confidence from being the Doctor's companion that it's really admirable. And she gets so much growth, and then they have the sort of accident, more or less, where she becomes a Time Lord. If there's any companion other than Clara who actually ends on somewhere of a equal status to the Doctor, Donna actually becomes a Time Lord. She is the Dr. Donna, but because she's not Gallifreyan with like the double heart and whatever, her body can't really process that, and so the Doctor has to make her forget so it doesn't kill her. I talk too much, and my throat is now all dry. And that sucks. The whole reset sucks. I get why, right? But what's really cool about it is just like her growth and of her character and how great it is. And the Doctor even comes back and saves her from the Master's plan and says, do you think I would really not save my best friend? Like, that is... I mean, all of the companions are the Doctor's friends, right? All of them. That's why they're calling them friends now. But I don't know if the Doctor has necessarily ever verbotenly said... Verbotenly, that's not even a word, and if it was, I wouldn't be using it right. I don't even know. I'm not using it right. I don't know if the Doctor has ever, like, plainly said that line before about a companion, that this is his best friend. Maybe Clara. I don't know. There's a lot of Doctor Who. But that is my top 10 list of companions from the new Doctor Who series that started in 2005. And didn't start in 2000. Anyway, new Doctor Who series. My favorites, companions, the top 10 list. And if you have a different list, if you feel I should have included other people, by all means, feel free to comment below and let me know what your top 10 list is, or your top 5 list, whatever. Let me know who your favorite companion is, because everybody, I feel, well, I mean, lots of people, there are lots of Doctor Who fans, so we all kind of agree, at least with some of each other. So just let me know below. Who you like? Who's your favorite? What's your top 10? Why am I bagging on Mickey? Am I bagging on Mickey too hard? Let me know. I don't know. Like this video, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff. And until next time, love comics, love cartoons, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!